Did you know that Pat Morita, famous for his role as Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid, once starred in a weird sitcom that almost nobody remembers? Oh, I remember. And I can explain. Paul here. Let's dive into the bizarre world of Mr. T and Tina. No, not that Mr. T. The show I'm talking about was a short-lived comedy, and it kind of collided the worlds of East and West. Yeah, that's right. Today I'll explain the forgotten gem Mr. T and Tina, its unique premise, and why it quickly faded into obscurity after just 5 episodes in 1976. Mr. T and Tina faced an uphill battle in the competitive sitcom landscape of the 70s. As a spin-off from the popular show Welcome Back, Kotter, the expectations were way up there. However, the show struggled to find its footing in a market saturated with family comedies and workplace sitcoms. And like a lot of spin-offs, it wasn't really connected in any way to the show it had spun off from, which in this case was Welcome Back, Kotter, a big hit. But it meant the fan base from Kotter wasn't just going to slide over and support this new show. The premise itself, well, that was a challenge. See, a traditional Japanese inventor and his family adjusting to life in Chicago, with a free-spirited American nanny thrown into the mix. I know what you're saying. Wait, this sounds like the Nanny show, which came much later, but no. While both shows feature a nanny character, their concepts, time periods, and cultural contexts are quite distinct. The Nanny was created by Fran Drescher and her then-husband Peter Mark Jacobson, taking much of its inspiration from Drescher's personal life. So, no, it was totally different. All right, back to Mr. T and Tina, if we should. No, not that Mr. T. Well, culture clash comedies can be successful. Mr. T and Tina had to walk a fine line between humor and stereotypes, all while trying to stand out in a crowded field of primetime programming. At the heart of the show, Mr. T and Tina, had your 2 lead characters. Pat Morita starred as Taro Tagashashi, a widowed Japanese inventor sent to Chicago to set up a branch of his company. Sounds promising. Then you had Susan Blanchard, who played Tina Kelly, the scatterbrained American governess hired to care for Taro's children. The show's comedy stemmed from the clash between Taro's traditional Japanese culture and, Tina's free-spirit American ways. Taro's inventions, well, like underpants with a built-in transistor radio, added a quirky element to the mix. The supporting cast included Taro's children, Sachi and Aki, as well as his uncle and sister-in-law, rounding out the family dynamic. Now, despite its short run, Mr. T and Tina had some memorable moments, here and there. In one episode, Tina nearly kills Taro, leading to her dismissal and then the family's subsequent efforts to win her back. Classic sitcom stuff. This episode even featured a cameo by the Sweathogs from Welcome Back, Kotter. Yeah, they were still trying to draw in that audience, but it really didn't work. Another key moment in the show was an unaired 9th episode, which tackled more serious themes. Yeah, it featured musician Rick Derringer as a racist Vietnam vet who clashed with Mr. T, showcasing the show's potential to address deeper social issues. Of course, it never aired. Interestingly enough, the episodes were aired out of production order after network executives received negative feedback about the pilot. That should have been a clue about the whole series, probably. Anyway, this decision highlights the behind-the-scenes struggles the show faced trying to find its audience. It just wasn't there, really. In the end, Mr. T and Tina became one of the lowest-rated shows of the 1970s. And that's hard to do with some of those clunkers. It attempted to cross cultural comedy, and its attempt to do that was often criticized and found offensive and stereotypical, even for the 1970s, leading to the cancellation after just 5 aired episodes. There were 5 more, but who knows where they are. Did you know anyone that watched Mr. T and Tina during its brief run in 76? No, not that Mr. T. Hey, share your memories in the comments below, and please don't forget to check out my other videos for more deep dives into forgotten TV gems of the past. And hey, remember, like Mr. T says, I pity the fool that doesn't subscribe. Yes, that Mr. T.